Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make the best barn farm you can make for the best meth in the game. It's actually pretty simple and you can get a lot of money from it. As you can see, I'm selling Nightmare Diamond for 340, which is the suggested price, in bricks that are being made right now as we're speaking here. So yeah, this is fully automatic. All you have to do is restock the storage once in a while. It gets a little bit laggy if you don't have a good PC, but like I feel like it doesn't matter too much because you're not going to be spending much time here anyway. So yeah, I already made a tutorial on this farm basically. So if you only need like a simple tutorial and you don't need to see me build it, don't want to see all the ingredients and everything you're going to need to buy, how much it's going to cost, you can skip to that video. I'm going to put it in an iCard right now on top of the screen. But for the people who want a more detailed tutorial, this is for you since some of you asked for it. And yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah guys, I loaded up my second world where I set my balance and my cash to 100k each, as you can see, and let's see how much we're gonna spend on all of this. Okay guys, so of course you're gonna need the barn for 25k, then you're gonna need 22 shelves total, these 20 and these 2. So 22 total, 10 beds, 4 chemistry stations, 4 lab ovens, 16 mixing stations and 2 brick presses. You're also gonna need 6 chemists and 4 handlers. I'm gonna put the price on all of that on screen right now, including the barn. Probably something around 60k, so let's start with the building. I suggest starting with the beds. You have 10 employees, so you're gonna need 10 beds total. Just place them any way you like. This is probably the best way to do it. You're gonna be able to fit 9 here and 1 is gonna be downstairs sadly. But as you see, that's 7 and here's 1 and 2. There you got 9 and 1 can go like somewhere here. That's gonna be the beds for the workers. And now you're gonna place the shelves just like I did here to here. Same thing on the other side. We're gonna be mirroring a lot here, so you're gonna be doing the same things for both sides. You wanna place a chemistry station here, lab oven here, then chemistry station here and lab oven here. Put 2 storages behind it. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Now you're gonna start with the mixing stations. You're gonna place 1 here, 1 and 2 here, and 1 here. 2 storages behind it. Exactly the same thing on the other side. And again, another 4 mixing stations just like this. It's really simple so far. You're just gonna place them and 2 storages behind it to finish it off. Same thing on the other side again. 2 storages behind it. Now you're gonna have 6 storages left, so put 2 right over here where you're gonna be putting your finished product. 1 over here, 1 over here right next to it, and same thing on the other side again. Now you only need to place 2 brick presses in front of your last shelves where your products will go. The ingredients you're going to be using you can order from the gas marts, the west and the central. I suggest buying 40 to 80 of each to start it off, and then keep buying until you're fully stocked up. You're gonna need a stack of bananas, 2 stacks of coke since that's used twice in the recipe, a stack of paracetamol, a stack of gasoline, stack of battery, stack of horse semen, and stack of mega bean. And you're also gonna need acid, phosphorus, and pseudo to make the meth, of course, which you can get in the black market, and pseudo from your supplier. I suggest buying a lot of pseudo to unlock the high quality pseudo, because people are gonna pay more for that, and you're gonna be able to bump up the price a little higher. Okay, now we got the assigning to do, which is probably the most annoying part from the farm. You're gonna have to assign everyone beds. I'm probably just gonna speed it up. So you're gonna assign all of these 10 beds, doesn't matter which bed you assign to who, of course, and you're gonna load them with cash, but we're gonna do it after we start at the farm. We still got way more assigning to do, which is again the most annoying part. We're gonna have to assign the handlers, each 1 brick press. We got 4, so there's gonna be 2 basically doing nothing, only using routes, which you could add some sort of packaging system if you'd like, but I feel like this is probably just the best. You don't really need it. You're gonna give the bricks to dealers anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now let's assign the chemists, each 4 stations. Since they buffed it in the latest update, that's the way this farm is possible to make, because they used to only have 3 stations each. I suggest giving each chemist 4 stations that are close to each other. So 1 chemist these 4, the other these 4, then these 4, these 4, these 4, and these 4. Also, you can hold shift while clicking to select multiple at once. That's also pretty helpful. Once you've assigned all of the mixing stations, the lab ovens, and the chemistry stations, you're gonna have to make the routes for the suppliers so they keep filling up the chemistry stations and the mixing stations. Also, it doesn't really matter, but I actually realized I have these two shelves on the end here in the start, so I suggest you change that. It doesn't really matter too much, it's just design. So let's start with routes. We're gonna go to the first supplier, and he's gonna get 5 routes. So one is gonna be from here to the chemistry station. Make sure you don't do this wrong, because if you do, the farm is not gonna work. Then from this storage rack to this chemistry station, exactly the same thing on the other side. Now assign this first storage to the first mixing station. Go select another handler, start with routes, and assign the second storage, this one, to the second mixing station, and the third storage to the third mixing station. Really simple. Now select the fourth storage and put it to the fourth mixing station, fifth to the fifth, sixth to the sixth, and so on. So this one to here, this one to here, and now you do the exactly same thing on the other side. So again, first storage with first mixing station, second storage with second mixing station, third with third, fourth to the fourth, fifth to the fifth, sixth to the sixth, seventh to the seventh, and eighth to the last one. Okay, as you see, we assigned all these handlers 5 routes each, so that's going to be done for the handlers and the chemist. Now we're just going to have to set up the outputs for all of our mixing stations and lab ovens. So you're going to have to go into the chemistry station, put a recipe, liquid meth, destination, to the lab oven, and do this for all of them here. So again, chemistry station, liquid meth, destination, lab oven. Once you've done that, you're gonna have to set up the lab ovens. You do that by lab oven, destination, and you put it to the first mixing station, same mixing station for the second oven, again, destination here. Exactly the same thing on the other side. Again, lab oven goes to the first mixing station, this lab oven goes to the same mixing station. Now from the first mixing station, you're gonna up the threshold to 10. That's optional, but I suggest you do this, and set the destination to the second one. You're gonna have to escape, and again 10 to the third one, 10 to the fourth one, 10 to the fifth one, 10 to the sixth one, 10 to the seventh, and 10 to the last. And then the last one, 10, and destination brick press, and from brick press to destination to this shelf right over here. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So again, first mixing station, 10, destination here, 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 and then the last one to the second brick press, and from the brick press to the second shelf. Okay, that's gonna be the farm setup. Now all you need to do is fill up all these storages, just how I'm gonna do right now. So I switched back to my normal world without cheats, and as you see, it's a little bit laggy. It's because I have OBS on, and there's also a lot of trash lying around, and I don't have a cleaner, so you have to clean it once in a while, but it's not a big problem. You're not gonna be spending too much time here. Anyway, how are you gonna fill up the shelves? Here you're gonna have to put pseudo. I suggest the high quality, as I said, acid and phosphorus. Exactly the same thing here. Try to put similar amounts so you restock all at once. Same thing here, same thing here. So these 4 shelves are just for the meth ingredients. Also be careful, since the handlers are a little bit stupid. They're gonna probably fill up the chemistry station with, let's say, I don't know, 2 stacks of acid and pseudo, and not gonna use the phosphorus or something like that. So for the first one, you're gonna have to take at least 1 acid, 1 pseudo, and 1 phosphorus, or just like a stack, and put it inside the chemistry station yourself. Otherwise it's gonna get stuck, because you need these 3 ingredients exactly. If there's something twice and something's missing, you're not gonna be able to make the meth. So make sure to check all of your 4 chemistry stations if they're restocking it correctly. If not, just change it once and they're gonna be restocking it normally done, because they're always going to use 1 pseudo, 1 phosphorus, and 1 acid, and add another one on top of it, so there's going to be 10 again. Now you're going to need to order your supplies from the gas mart, the west and the central. I suggest buying around 80 of each to start it off, but you could order more. So you're going to need to put bananas in the first storage, then Coke in the second one, paracetamol in the third one, then gasoline in the fourth one, Coke in the fifth one, batteries in the sixth one, or cement in the seventh, and Mega Bean in the 8th. Exactly the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to show you real quick since this is a very detailed tutorial. Bananas, Coke. I'm kind of running out. I'm going to have to restock paracetamol. Gas in the 4th one. Make sure it goes to this mixing station. Coke here. Batteries here. Or semen here. And Mega Bean here. If you've got everything stocked up, all the mixing stations, all the chemistry stations have these 3 ingredients. You're gonna be able to give them money in the briefcases. Make sure to give everyone around the same, although the chemists are gonna use a little bit more because they're a little bit more expensive. And there your farm should be up, running, and producing Nightmare Diamond. It might not be called Nightmare Diamond for you, but that's just because everyone has different names. But it should have these effects and should have the suggested price of $340. You could bump this up. I have it at $340 right now. So again, it's the best meth recipe, best farm you can make. This is my design that I made literally a couple hours after they updated the chemist to have 4 mixing stations. So if this works for you, make sure to like, subscribe. If it doesn't, let me know down in the comment section or the Discord that's in the pinned comment or the description. And I'm gonna help you fix it. It's really simple. I think this tutorial was a little too detailed, but again, I want everybody to understand. So this is even for like the newer players that are still trying to understand the basic mechanics of the game, to be producing some big cash. So again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.